Hi, this is 1975 and today I'm bringing you a video to ask you a question. It's a very simple question, are the Powerplay weapons worth it? Now, I've only unlocked the Imp Hammers. That's the only thing I unlocked from Powerplay. There's a reason for this, which basically boils down to I fly around 90% of my time in a Type 7, and Powerplay is always a pain in the butt because of the Powerplay interdictions and the restriction on me travelling around. Because, as a lot of you know, I like to help new players out. I like to be able to go where I want, when I want, and however I want. And if I've got to meet up with a friend in a system, or meet up with a new player in a system, I don't want to have to worry about Powerplay interdictions and the added extra pain in the buttness of Powerplay. The last time I did Powerplay, I basically spent 4 weeks as pretty much camped out at one station, which doesn't make the most interesting gaming experience for me. Now, they have softened the rules on Powerplay interdictions, so I'm going to have to see if that makes a big difference. But I'm basically asking, are Powerplay weapons worth it? Because I fly a lot of Lacons, so obviously the Enforcer Cannon is a weapon that looks very attractive to me. It's a slow rate of fire multi-cannon that does a lot more DPS, especially to shields. So obviously, as you can see here, I'm in my Diamondback Scout, so I've got 2 small, 2 medium hard points. At the moment, they're all 3 of them are tier 5 efficient auto-loading multi-cannons. That's what I'm trying out in this video, so it's the first time using them. The other one is a gimbaled tier 5 efficient with corrosive on it. It's a weapon that I had left over from another ship. So I came down here just to get some practice in shooting my multi-cannons and seeing if they were actually reasonably effective. I'm not any great shakes as a combat pilot, as many of you know, so excuse the bad shooting. But I'm just asking basically because I don't know if it's worth me going back into Powerplay for long periods of time for unlocks that I don't see an awful lot of players using. Now, prismatic shields are one thing that's probably that would be very useful, especially on my cutter, and anything that makes your shield stronger is going to be a big boon and benefit. But a lot of the weapons seem to be very nichey, and you see them used quite a bit. I don't like the missiles that spam everywhere. I know Salmon had them for a while. I know a lot of people that use them, and I know they're very effective, but ultimately they make a hell of a mess of the radar. And I don't think that's a good idea on my connection. So I do think I'll be avoiding those. But the Enforcer Cannons are one I'm really asking about. There's also any of the other assorted collection of beam lasers, mining lance, and anything you can think of. If there's anything you've had experience of in Powerplay, I want feedback. I want to know if it's good or not good, worth doing, not worth doing. Because obviously, from my point of view, it does affect and limit what I can do in game while I'm in the Powerplay, doing that little bit of Powerplay to unlock these weapons. So I've really got to know beforehand whether they're going to be worth it or not for me. The only thing, like I say, is I fly a lot of Lacons, so I've got a lot of small hard points, which is why some of these things appear to be attractive for me, because there can be a good balancing factor or a leveling factor on small hard points. Some of them can make small hard points do a lot more work. But that's it for this video, really. It was just purely to ask you guys, if you've got experience of any of the Powerplay weapons, please let me know below, and let me know if you think they're worth it, whether you think they're any good, and what ones you wouldn't use. That's all. Thank you very much for watching. I really need to get better at shooting fixed multi-cannons. That's pretty much what I learned from this little excursion. But overall, I'm not too disappointed how this ship performed. That's all. Thank you very much for watching.